Today is day 1 of 75 booked. It's a reading challenge that I am taking part in to try to get reading back into my daily life. So it's the afternoon right now. I finished my filming for the day. I did a podcast recording this morning as well, which I'm very excited about. It's for a very cool podcast called BIPOC Writing Coach. But now I need to get my reading done and then also make some time in the evening to do some writing. So we're going to start off with my audiobook session and I'm going to drink my tea and I am going to listen to the audiobook for Gods of Jade and Shadow by Silvia Moreno Garcia. This is one of the books that I had on a video at the beginning of the year called My Physical TBR, where if I didn't finish reading these books, I would have to unhaul them. I really want to save this one because it's by Silvia Moreno Garcia, but it's one of her backlists that I've just never ended up picking up. I'm going to listen to this from the library while I do a paint by number kit. The paint by numbers ended up being a lot harder than I expected. A lot of those spaces were really tiny, so it took me a bit more concentration than I wanted, and it did take away from some of the audiobook reading, but eventually I got into a groove and I finished it. It ended up a little ugly, but that's fine. I ended up getting through about 30% of the audiobook of Gods of Jade and Shadow, which amounted to about 100 pages in the physical book. It follows this young woman in the Jazz Age in like this small town who accidentally awakens a Mayan death god and is forced to like go travel with him as he tries to find parts of his body that were taken away from him by his brother, who is also a god and who has taken over his realm. And the main character's life is at risk if she doesn't help him. So far I'm liking it, but I think I need to see where it goes to be certain. And at some point I did switch over to journal making. I was trying to make a pocket version of the Louise Carmen Traveler's Journal that I have. I did finish the journal a couple of days later and this is how it looked. And then later that evening I went to the library to get some writing done, and on my way I went to the stationery shop where I grabbed a blank notebook to use as my reading journal. In the evening I read about 15 pages of Perfume and Pain by Anna Dorn. This book is so freaking funny, and it's one of those literary fictions that's written in such a punchy way that makes it such a fast-paced read even though nothing is happening. This was day 1 of 75 day booked, and I'll see you tomorrow.